Hey guys, so tonight's episode on 8 at the Table, we're going to be making an 8 at the Table rum punch using bamboo rum. So for our rum punch, we are going to be using this rum, pineapple juice, orange juice. We have some grenadine here, some lime juice, and those are very much the basic ingredients. So we're going to make this rum punch live. Yes, on this episode, we are making this rum punch live. This is going to be our signature rum punch for the show. We getting lit this episode, okay? We're gonna drink some rum punch and we gonna talk our shit. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna very much get into this rum punch. I'm just gonna be like freeballing the ingredients, the measurements. So I'm gonna start off with the bamboo. This rum is very fruity. It's very fruitful flavors in here. It's very sweet but strong, so I ain't gonna OD. You know, we're still working here.
Could you drink that by yourself?
Put some more.
Yeah, word.
Y'all want me to put some more?
More.
Don't be shy, we grown.
Y'all smell that though? Pineapple juice, we're gonna go ahead and just pour all of the pineapple juice in here.
All right.
Can you stir it though?
Yeah, when all of the ingredients are in.
That's right.
Thank you. This is my
right.
helper, Erin.
It's a man's
and my little
world.
castmate.
That's right.
This is the orange
And you
juice.
gotta serve us men afterwards too, right?
No, we're not.
Get all that in here.
Good job.
Listen.
I like this new Oliver.
Listen.
Are we live?
Are we live?
And just a little bit of this. This is gonna give it majority of the color.
Splish splash.
That's a lot.
Yeah, that's chill.
That's a big bowl.
No.
Oh, you're
it's
right. You're
good.
right. You're right. You're
You
right.
could
might
put
need a little bit more. It looks like blood orange.
Is this supposed to?
Double up.
But
there we go.
Rico done poured the whole bottle in there. So now
Danny,
I'm
I'll serve
scared.
myself.
Cause this don't even taste like liquor.
Yeah, because she poured all the juices in there.
Okay, so to achieve this 8 at the Table rum punch, we use the now empty bamboo rum. We use pineapple juice, orange juice, a little bit of the lime juice, and a little bit of the grenadine for color.
Cheers to what?
Let's cheers to season 4 of 8
You gotta
at the
come in. You
Table.
gotta come in. You gotta come in. You gotta come in.
Clink, clink, clink,
Yeah. Baby, no bad sex. No bad sex. All right.
You know that.
All right.
We
All
gotta look at
right.
each other in the eyes though.
So now that you've seen how we make the 8 at the Table rum punch, we're gonna get into today's topic, which is, Rico, remind me, please.
You're on your own, Amanda.
We're gonna talk about how do you attract love after a breakup. So we're gonna be on some positive vibes. We're gonna let everybody know, like, how do you have love come to you after you go through something traumatic, go through something very emotional, a breakup, obviously. So we wanna really just give y'all some game and like talk about some of our personal experiences and what we've gone through in recovery.
Yeah. And different
Coming out
ways
of a
to
bad
recover.
situation.
But before we get into today's topic, guys, please like and subscribe on our YouTube. Please make sure you're clicking that button for notifications so you guys are notified when we have new videos. New videos come out on Mondays and Thursdays. We are an independent company. We are doing the best so we can create great content to give to you guys. So please support. We're not only on Instagram, we are on TikTok, we're on YouTube. So please like, comment, subscribe, and please share the love because we're looking forward to your support.
Jazzy, real quick, can you introduce yourself to the audience?
Okay, I go by the name of Jazzy Amra. I'm from the Bronx. I'm a recording artist. I've been singing since a young girl. My motivation was really my mom, just like being in foster care, you know, being removed from her care, being adopted. And my biggest turning point was when she passed away when I was 18. So I was like, you know, I need to reinvent myself. I love music. I find comfort in the music. Every time I would have missed her, I would just think about her, you know, singing and dancing in the mirror. So like, I sing my pain and I hope to like inspire others who have been through what I've been through.
In my experience, everyone knows I'm married, so I've been out of the dating game for a while. And my experience has shown me when you go through a breakup, good, bad, or indifferent, it doesn't really matter. I think the best thing that you should do is look your best. Like, you have to look your best. As Alan would say, you gotta be hot. You know, you might have lost yourself in the relationship. You might have like lost your flyness. You gained some weight. You lost your hair. You know, I think you have to like find yourself, be accountable for what you did in the relationship that made it, not work out. And you just have to do some like self-reflection and figure out what is going to get you back to that place prior to when you were, found yourself in that relationship. So I need you to tell me, when you had a breakup, don't speak for everybody else. I want to hear what you, Rico, did after that breakup.
So, all right, I'm not gonna sit here and deny. I agree, you should look your best, right? But let's be realistic, right? Because there's some people out there like myself who I feel I've always looked my best at that time. Mm-hmm. So if you look your best at that time and you're still falling short, you're still trying to, rebound and get over that hump to your next relationship, I personally upped my status. You know what I'm saying? I got more popular, I got more money, I got just more respected by my circumference, I should say. Wherever I could go, I got my status and my popularity and level went up. And honestly, I've had 3 serious relationships in my life. Every time one ended, I got to the next level in my career. I got to step up every single time. To me, it was like a blessing.
Was it because of the relationship that you wanted to just level up, or was it because you had time for yourself to actually like take your business, take your brand to the next level?
I could be more selfish. Right? I've always created the amount of time that I needed to create, no matter what, because I'm a person that needs my space. I could be in a relationship with you, but I need at least 5 or 4 days of a break from you. That's just me, right? So that's usually my time to focus on myself. But when I'm focusing on myself, I still have you in the back of my mind, right? Now, when my relationship ended, I was like, I want more, right? And I always wanted more. So when my relationships ended, I was able to put that time that I typically would focus on myself, but also subconsciously thinking about not, stepping on your toes or disrespecting you. I just got to invest fully into me.
Right.
And, I got to just basically hone in on what I actually want for myself, and rather than being considerate of somebody else's presence in my life. You know what I'm saying? And then every single time and I tell this to everybody, you up your status, you're gonna up your female. Or I told this to the guys, you know what I'm saying?
That's true.
Or whoever is their preference, right?
Because men date what they can afford.
No, that's not true, because there was times I dated girls.
I think men date what they can afford.
No, the thing is that afford is different, right? So like, I could have a girl who makes a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? And I can make no money. It happens very, very often. I technically can't afford that girl, but I can pull that girl. But men can't date what they truly want until their status and their looks are up to par. So if I want a girl to be more submissive to me, I gotta be whatever it requires to make a girl more submissive to me.
I think you're
So
agreeing.
I want to add on something. So you're saying look good. You're saying step your game up. I also want to add, after you come out of a breakup, I want to say about the letting go phase. You have to sit there and self-reflect, let go of that ex. Because it's just a new wound. So you'll find yourself pining after that ex, wanting that ex again, and that's not good, because y'all broke up for a reason. You try to move forward. That's why it says how you find love after the breakup. So let go of that ex, sit there, reflect. Also, I say stay time with yourself, along with looking good, along with getting yourself hot and staying ready. So letting go of the ex, reflect, and
How do you
that's
feel about
another.
like self-accountability?
Yeah, so that's the letting go of the ex, reflecting. Don't go fucking other people. Don't go bringing other people into your drama, because sometimes after a breakup you like start like fucking other people. You just you're spending money more. You just lose yourself. You just really lose yourself trying to get over that ex.
Some people actually get over their ex that way. I know.
But it's not. Is it healthy though?
Why isn't
No,
it?
but there's different ways to let go of an ex. Letting go of an ex is a process, and some people go about it different ways. They jump into other relationships, or the way that they keep themselves busy is to push another business, or using the time that they now have for themselves to look better, be better.
Okay, I like that. Because getting under somebody to get over someone, let's not push that narrative. It's a thing, but let's not say an A to the table is the right thing to do. To find love after a breakup. We're talking about love after a breakup. I've fucked girls after, right? And I went on dates, but Danny, real quick, and I'm gonna shut up. And I'm gonna shut up, but you got it. I fucked, I've dated, I've spent the money, I capped, all that, and I realized I'm still miserable, I'm still alone, and I'm like running on a hamster wheel. So that, what I'm saying is we've done it, but that doesn't mean it's right, that's all.
But I'm just saying, I just feel like all you guys say a lot of good things, but I feel like when you just break up with somebody, the first thing you have to do is to work on your self-confidence. You know what I'm saying? I feel like a lot of people just lose their self-confidence. They're just so focused. You know, when you was with that person, you was all about that person for the most part. Y'all doing things together. You know, go back into doing things by yourself. Like, remember who you are. Like, go to the gym, work out. You know, all that weight you put on, work that out. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause a lot of times, you know, who's going to want me after that breakup? Or you feel like, oh, you know, I'm going to die without him. It's because that's how that person make you feel. You got to remember who you was before that person. So that's why you need your self-confidence back up. Like, I'm that person. Go back out. A lot of people be like, after a breakup, they want to move on, but they don't want to go on dates, or they don't feel good enough, or they feel like, oh, you know, I gained some weight, I'm going to stay inside, or they feel embarrassed. Don't feel embarrassed. Go out there, you know, like let the world know I'm here. I'm still here. Let's do this, you know. This man, this woman didn't break me. I'm here, you know. My self-confidence is back up. I'm going to start my new business. I'm going to go back to the gym. I'm going to hit up my friends. Because a lot of people in relationships, they forget about their friends. You got to call your friends. You got to apologize. Now, you listen, sis. That thing got me bugging. But we here. Like, help me. I need help. You got to let people know you need help. Talk about it. Don't be shy to talk about your feelings. Because we keep all that inside and, you know, we lose our self-confidence, our self-worth. We got to get all that thing back to jump in a different relationship. Because y'all be going in a different relationship and y'all all messed up. Like, what is y'all doing? Go and have fun, have a couple one night stand, get to what it is, and that's that.
I agree. I think that after a breakup, you gotta like reinvent yourself. Get in tune with yourself, remember what you used to like to do, because let's be honest, when you're in a relationship and you're in love, you compromise. You forget about the things that you really like to do. Like, let's say, okay, I'm a recording artist, and let's say, hypothetically speaking, I'm dating an athlete. He invites me to all the games, and I'm like, babe, like, I want to go to the studio. Like, I want to perform. I'm so invested in him that I'm like, you know what? Fine, I'll go to this game. I'll go to practice. That becomes 3 times a week, a month, a year. And then I'm like, damn, like, who am I now?
Forget about yourself.
Who am I? What do I love afterwards? So you really got to get in tune, like, yeah, I'm getting back to what I really know and what I love.
So I'm gonna ask you that, because you was in love with your mom. So we're talking about love after breakup. You loved your mom, so how did you heal from that? Because that's a breakup. You know, your mom passed away, sorry to hear that. But like, that's a different type of love from boyfriends. So how was that process? So, you know, for people that was going through something.
I'm gonna be honest, thank you. It's something you never really heal from. You just gotta roll with the punches, you know, be better, and just understand that you're not the only human being who has lost somebody that you love. So I just took the pain and tried to make it something beautiful. The music, inspiring, being transparent with my people. Like, okay, I've been through this, but I don't want no pity. I'm just, you know, telling my story because I could possibly help save a life or anybody, you know?
And one more question on that. Does that hinder your relationships now, dating? Like the lose of your mom, like, you know, and how do you transition into like letting somebody else in?
Well, my dad was never in my life, so I think that kind of hinders it. I can't trust nobody.
You're single now, just to be clear.
I'm single.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, I'm here.
Single. I haven't found nobody that I really want to be with. I don't think I have found my soulmate yet. I've been in lust with somebody as lust. You know, I have love for you, but I've never really been in love. Maybe my last relationship was just like comfortability. We were together for 4 years, and he's my first like real relationship. Wow. So it wasn't. I haven't found anything serious.
Okay,
for
so
sure. That's it.
Question: You just how long have you been out of that relationship?
3 years, like 3 years.
Oh, so it's been a minute. Okay, so
it's been a minute.
If you could like prioritize or, you know, rank in order, like what were the top 3 things that you did coming out of that relationship to like have love come to you, or like just to recover from like the trauma of breaking up? What'd you do?
I really focused more on the music, because when I was in that relationship, I just want to be with him. I'm like, you know what? I'll skip studio today. I was just chilling in the crib. You know, we could go on a date or something. But I got into myself, meditating. You know, I have a lot of unhealed trauma that I'm dealing with still. And I think that it's a process every single day.
But you know, it's crazy. Like, I just feel like a lot of people, right, when they leave a relationship and they just feel like they're going through a deep depression. You know, they just feel like, oh, that was my soulmate. That was the only man out there for me. That was the only woman out there for me. And this is where you really get it messed up at, because I just feel like there's more than one soulmate. Like, every time I leave a breakup, I'm like, oh my God, that was the only dude I was meant to be with. And 6 months or a year later, I'm here, you know, I'm finding somebody else. So for you to sit there and think like, oh, that's the person that you was with was the only person that you're supposed to be with is bullshit. Because if that was the only person you were supposed to be with, he would have been there, she would have been there right now. If she or he not here right now, it's for a reason. That's not your soulmate. It's just another person you bounced on. Some people close and they shut down and they just get depressed and they just they're in this dark space. They're not letting things go. So if you're not letting your ex go, you still want to watch the same movie I've been watching for 4 years. You still want to go to the same restaurant. You still want to do the same thing. How the hell are you going to get over him or over her to find a new person, because you're still stuck on that? You got to give yourself time. There's more than one soulmate. I didn't fell in and out of love or out of like soulmate a few times, but it's because I just like, I don't live in the past. You know, the past is the past for me. I live in the present and the future. I don't ever worry about the past. Some people live in the past. That's why I see some people from high school, they're still dreaming about the high school. I was the man in high school. No. Focus on your relationship right now. Right now you're single. You're not with that person no more. He left you. She left you. Get over that. What's now? You know, go to the gym, lose some weight, get hot again, stay hot. If you're doing things with your life, if you go on and you become that girl or that man, and you become a person where people want to be with, that person gonna find you. They're gonna see you. They're gonna tell him or her about you. Yeah, she's doing good right now. You should see her, yo.
I feel like that goes hand in hand with value. You see, I feel like I'm listening to a lot, and I agree, things do happen, right? But like, I personally believe that when you value yourself, you allow yourself to never have to fall off, right? See, people get into a position and then they try to find a solution instead of working backwards and just finding a preventative skill. Now, if you stay hot, you stay, you know, in the gym. I was dating Danny for 5 years. I never missed the gym. Right, I stay on top of myself. I stay on top of my business. My business is growing. My status is growing. My fitness and my health is growing. Everything about me is growing. So then, when me and you don't work out, I don't close mind myself to my last relationship. Now I don't have to let go, because I gave everything I possibly could at that moment in that relationship to myself and to that person. Right? So then moving forward is a lot easier of a process. And now, yeah, I do agree with Danny, right? There are, I believe, multiple soulmates. But now when you keep a soulmate is, I believe, is here when you are at your self. When you are not yourself, a soulmate cannot find you. You know what I'm saying? When I have invested myself into something and I have lost myself, I have now blocked myself from my soulmate identifying who I am. So when you keep yourself, no matter if your relationships do fail, your soulmate, your next soulmate, and this is my opinion, is able to identify and see you and seek you.
This is all really poetic, but I'm gonna be real. Like, I think the best way to get over somebody after a breakup is with somebody else. Whether it's somebody you gonna go to the gym with,
That's how
somebody
I do it.
you gonna go like have dinner with, somebody you're gonna go on vacations with, somebody you just having sex with on the side, but it's literally somebody to hang out with.
On a positive tip.
One, I think you need to be honest about what your intentions are. You know, don't make it seem like you want to be in a relationship with this person. You're just enjoying the moment. You're enjoying time and you're enjoying spending time with them. But it's a distraction from what's going on mentally. It's a distraction from the trauma that you experience in the breakup. Like it's a distraction from whatever mentally you go through with a breakup. Again, everybody's not gonna agree with me, but I'm sorry. Like the best way to get for Aaron Campbell, the best way to get over somebody is with somebody else.
But Aaron, you gotta also think about.
It has nothing to do with value.
That's actually complete left from.
I think you have to be honest. I think you have to be honest.
You just came out of a breakup and you fucking.
It doesn't have to be sex.
No, it doesn't have to be
No,
sex.
but she said for Aaron getting.
You did add sex.
Yeah, among five other things.
Yeah, but working out in the gym, that's cute. That's cute. You know, going to eat, that's cute. But you're fucking, we're sharing a soul. We're having a soul tie.
I just want to ask you a serious question, right? Maybe 2 or 3 questions. Have you ever gotten over, and we're speaking about Aaron.
Absolutely.
Right? Have you ever gotten over, I'm just going to say the obvious, ex-relationship by jumping into a new relationship?
I didn't say get into a relationship. I said
He's asking a question.
No. Let me clarify. I didn't say a relationship. I said finding you somebody that is going to be on the same page with you as far as spending time, enjoying the moment, that sort of thing. And yes,
So
Aaron Campbell, or whatever you want to call it, Aaron Campbell, have left one relationship and got into a situation with somebody else.
And
that helped you get over the previous.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Now, do you understand that is not typically the outcome for most people that do that?
Because I think most people are not honest. They're not honest about what their intentions are. The thing is that they jump into another relationship versus being honest with the person saying, look, I just got a relationship. I don't want anything serious. I just want to hang out. I want to vibe. Again, I know it's probably not a popular thing to say, but in my experience, I feel like if you are honest with the next person you're with after you're breaking up in your relationship, let them know, like, look, I just got a relationship. I don't want anything serious. I want someone to hang out with. I want somebody to go on vacations with. I want somebody to like chill with. I want somebody to go, if you like bike riding, museums, stuff like that. You just want to hang out. And the thing is that we all do these things. I mean, yes, you may be having sex with them, but that's just a byproduct of being attracted to somebody, you know, or a byproduct of like, you know, being with somebody that's hot.
So,
like you say.
So let me ask you this question, right? Because now I'm thinking just realistically based on your statement, right? If you just get out of a relationship, right? And I want to just use a more concrete narrative and say it was a relationship that you weren't happy in and, you know, there was no like craziness in it. I know somebody might try to input that. But we're just going to say like it was just a bad relationship. You finally got out. You guys were dating for 10 years. Maybe 5, right? And now you get out of that 5-year relationship and you find Oliver. And Oliver likes to bike like you. He likes to do the same little things that you do. And realistically, after 5 years of devoting yourself to somebody, and then you find somebody else who finally has the same interests and hobbies as you do, you understand how easy it is to fall back into the same cycle over and over again.
I agree with you. But I also think you have to be accountable for your actions. So you have to exercise some sort of self-discipline to be like, you know what? I understand this is a fresh wound. I understand that I need me time and I don't need to like give of myself so much, you know, in like I did in the last relationship. So I think if you just be disciplined and I'm losing my thought. If you're disciplined about going into that situationship and you're like, look, this is strictly what it is, then you won't find yourself trying to...
find yourself playing with fire?
But what if but what if you dodged the bullet getting out of that relationship and you're ready, you're not wounded, you're like, you know what? I'm ready right now.
Thank God.
Thank God.
But that's why I kind of like tried to nip that in the bud.
Been there, done that. Right? I always do that. I always jump into something new when I, you know, end a relationship. But it's like I'm going in there with the intentions of, okay, well, I just got out of a relationship. I don't want anything serious. But I feel like I'm fooling myself or trying to fool him saying that because I know that spending that much time and doing everything that you said, especially if we're going on vacation together. Yeah, you're my man.
That's toxic.
You're about to be my man, and that's my intentions after that.
Very toxic.
I'm going to go into it so he doesn't think that I'm some damaged girl looking for.
But that's you knowing yourself. That's the thing. You know yourself, so you can't
but also,
move
guys
like that.
don't like that. They don't want to even think about taking someone seriously after they just got out of a relationship because they just feel like they're a rebound. So it's just like, okay, I'm gonna just play it cool. It's really nothing. I'm not looking for anything anything serious. Like we could just hang out, we could just do that. But in all intentions, I'm like, all right, well, I'm gonna see how far I can get this. And yeah, that's gonna be my man.
But at the end of the day, I feel like everybody's different and every relationship is different.
Right.
You know, some relationship you're so attached to it, and some relationship you really just don't care. You just don't give a fuck. Like after the breakup, the next day you out with a different dude is all about. It's different for different people. Like you might like to, you know, get with somebody and have a situation after a breakup. Like for me, after I'm done messing with somebody, if I was really into you, I don't want to be touched. I don't want to hang out with nobody. I don't want to talk to nobody. I'm mad. Like that's me. Like after a breakup, I don't want to talk to nobody. Don't touch me. Don't do none of that. Like after a breakup, you're gonna see my ass in the gym. You're gonna see my eyes
You
working.
could be mad, but also have a plan. Cause I cookie jar.
Yeah.
So even when I know that my relationship is coming to an end, if I know that I'm about to end this shit in the next week, I know who I'm hitting up as soon as that's done.
But that's what I'm saying. I cookie jar when I don't care. When I care, I just like.
Yeah, but you guys,
isn't this about finding love after a breakup?
But you gotta know what the issue was in the relationship. If the issue was like you couldn't hit it right, or you couldn't give head right, or whatever, yeah, you gotta work on that.
I think that it doesn't matter, because you gotta also realize that, see, I know that there's been times where I've dated a girl and she came in with the same dumb ass mentality, like my sex game is popping, I do this and I do that and da-da-da-da and da-da-da-da. But that only worked for the that you was with for 2 years prior to me. And guess what? The sex was probably I'm not saying that their sex wasn't popping. Maybe you can't go into the next relationship thinking the same way that you please that person is going to please this person. So whether or not it is a problem in your relationship, yeah, you need to go out there, you need to explore, you need to do some practice, you need to get somebody who's going to teach you, put you under the wing a little bit. You need to have somebody that's going to guide you and teach you, so when you do get to that next relationship, you are a solid in the bedroom.
Okay, but Rico, I'm gonna ask you this question, right? When you're in a relationship, when the relationship is over, you know what caused the breakup. Sometimes it's just not sex. Sometimes the sex was amazing, but the person was crazy, or the sex was amazing. You know what the issue is. If that's the issue, you know it was sex. When the breakup happened, yeah, fix the issue. When the breakup happened, if you couldn't suck dick, learn how to suck dick. Get a dude and get on it. If you couldn't have sex properly, if you couldn't ride, get a few one night stand. Get somebody that's gonna teach you, like you said, and learn it. Personally, when I first started having sex, I couldn't have sex. I was terrible. I was whack. I wouldn't fuck myself twice. You feel me? So I knew what my issue is. When I met the next dude, now he like, oh, you got some good pussy, but you just can't fuck. So I'm gonna teach you how to have sex. I'm gonna teach you that. My other dude didn't teach me. I'm gonna teach you that. You know what I'm saying? But I knew what the problem was, because every time he'd be like, yo, get on time. I could see the dude that I was with being frustrated because I didn't know what the hell I was doing. I'm a brand new fucker, you know? I can't have sex. You know, I just started having sex, so I didn't know what the hell to do. But my other dude was like, you know what? She got some good. Like, I'm gonna teach her what to do with it. You know, I'm gonna teach, you know, like.
You just found somebody that believes in you.
Hold on.
What you got lucky.
You can do it.
You got lucky.
You know what I want to add to that too? Besides just like learning how to ladies sucking dick and fellas eating pussy, and it's gonna sound poetic, but I'm gonna go there. It's your mentality, it's your mental. So we're talking about sexual market value, right? So I do agree with Danny at some point saying that, it could not be the sex. I feel it's a mental thing. So going back to when I mean mentally, like, all right, me and Aaron broke up. I'm going over all the things. So I'm sticking.
Trust me.
Yeah, I mean, I broke up with you, you left me, whatever, but I'm sticking on the sex thing. My mental has to be right. Because if you're not right mentally, you ain't gonna perform. For us men, it's like, it starts with here and then it trickles to here. For most of us men. So if I don't have the but let me go. If I don't have the confidence in myself, right? If I'm not over certain things, my market value will be low. I have to build myself confident. I have to tell myself I'm sexy. I have to tell myself, you know what? My sex probably wasn't good for her, but it's gonna be next for the right person. So it's a mental, it's a mindset. Because physical, yes. Getting your money up, yes. Learning how to suck dick, do backflips, all of that, spit on it.
It's teachable.
But the mindset, some things you just have to go through yourself, and accountability. So that's gonna add to my sexual.
You just have to be with the person who appreciates that. So this is the thing, your relationship has to be complementary. If you say, I tell my girlfriend I want to pick her up, I want to take her out to dinner, I want to do this, that, and the other. You have to be with a person that actually wants that, a person that actually appreciates that, because clearly the person prior did not. That's not a part of their value system. That's not what they value. That's not what was important to them. So I think so that you, and it's probably hard to wrap your mind around that, but you have to continue believing in who you are and having confidence in who you are. You have a decision. You have a decision to wallow in your shit, or you have a decision to understand who you are and what you offer and find somebody who is complementary to that. Somebody who understands that. Somebody who values what you have to give.
This is what I'm going to say.
Okay,
If I had to talk to somebody, right? And actually, I kind of just had this talk with somebody before it even happened because I seen it happening. And I told him, I said, you love your girl too much. You love your girl too much.
What's too much?
To the point where you're so invested, you could forget who you are.
Which is not a good thing.
Which once you get so invested into anybody that you forget who you are, you end up in the lost world once it goes south. And it will go south.
So how do they get out of that?
But what I'm saying, the only thing you could do when that happens is just like that analogy when you break your leg, right? You have to go to therapy, but forget the therapy. Guess what? You need to take time. No, forget all that mental. You need time. We got Rashawn here who is still healing, quote unquote. You need time. Everybody's time frame is different. It may take my leg a year to heal. It may take yours 6 months. But jumping into a next relationship is, my opinion, terrible advice.
I agree.
Trying to go do anything that's not focusing on rebuilding yourself or rebuilding that leg is terrible advice.
But it has to be your mental. I'm gonna just say that it's your mental. I'm gonna trust validated enough athletes to know.
Hold on.
It's in your mind. You can do all the rehab you want on your leg. If you're not mentally tough and here and know who you are and know what you bring to the table and know what your opportunities are after that injury.
When you tear your ACL, they could go ahead and pump their chest and put their arms out and say, I'm strong, but in the back of their mind, I might not be able to make that same plant once I can stand on my leg. My whole life and my whole career is in shambles because once this heals, I think I'm going to be okay. But when you go and you run, because it's different when you think it. It's another when you try it. You can't stand the same way that you stand. You can't run and move the same way that you move in the dating aspect or in the actual healing of your body.
I agree, but I think what Erin is saying is that besides, she's not saying just telling yourself you're strong, like really going inside and out and really like picking apart. That's what she's saying. That's why she's saying it's a mindset.
You have to rehabilitate your mind.
I get
I'm wrong with, I think both can work. But what you want to say, Amanda?
I feel like telling them that they love their girl too much is not the right advice.
Wait, I would never say that, personally. I never said that.
What?
You said that?
You said you love your girl too much.
You did say
I
that,
said
bro.
telling a girl that they love them too much. I mean,
No, telling the guy.
You said you did say that.
You said you would tell the guy that
she
you
said
love
that's
the
not good
girl too
advice.
much, and that's not good advice. Because any guy that needs to be uplifted after a breakup and to learn his self-worth, you need to uplift him. You need to let him understand that loving someone as much as he did, everything that he did for that person is what he needed to do. That wasn't loving someone too much.
It wasn't what he needed to do because it still was wrong.
No, it was for the wrong girl.
All right.
Maybe it was for the wrong person. Like Aaron said, you need to find someone that's going to appreciate all of those things.
I mean, this is my whole thing. Love is never too much for the right person.
Yes.
You know, like
That's the person that doesn't leave you.
okay, when it comes to love or all that, I believe it's not you, it's them. You know, if you're giving out a lot of love and you're not receiving it back, you're just giving your love to the wrong person. And there is such thing. I might be ready for a certain level of love and intimacy, and that person is not there. You know, you can't give something to somebody that don't want it. I can't give you gold if you don't know what gold is. You're just gonna throw it away. You know
I was
what I'm
always
saying?
taught to love slow.
That was a great analogy.
Exactly.
I was always taught.
No, but that's for stuff.
No, I agree.
Like, how you gonna like, you know?
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Can we talk about how men in society are looked upon as weak because they want to vent and they're heartbroken and stuff like that? So I feel like
do this all night. Go ahead.
yeah, I'm cool when a woman is crying about it, but when a man is trying to heal, we're like, you a man, you're not supposed to cry about that. Get over it tomorrow.
I cry.
But and then he has that in his mind, and then he's entering these situationships and relationships
And never healed.
messing up the girls. I think it's important for a man to be vulnerable. It doesn't make you less of a man to cry or tell me why you're like this. Like, I know society deems you as weak, but that don't make you weak. I feel like if we could talk about it and I could help you through it, we could be bigger and we could be better.
I agree. I've been saying this on set for years, been saying this before this, like, it doesn't, just because I say I cry, I'm hurt, I'm jealous, I'm bothered by something doesn't make me less of a man. And I'm pushing a narrative that the more you speak, the more your relationship will be healthier. And you probably could avoid a breakup so you don't have to find love. Just talk, just communicate with your partner like, look, I am bothered by this. I didn't like your tone with this. Doesn't make me less of a man. And Rico, I understand you opposite, but really you think there's a problem you telling your girl, like, yo, I'm bothered by this, I'm hurt, or I'm broke, whatever it is, whatever, like, be honest.
I think as a man, you need to pick your battles well.
How so?
Explain.
Like, for example, you can't be nitpicking and whining. This is my opinion. As a man, you need to pick your battles well. If you want to break down because you've been trying at something and maybe finally your job just fired you, you don't know how you're going to rebound and take care of the house, and you break down, that's okay. But when I'm politely talking to you about your tone and Oliver's scenario and trying to tell you how to talk to me, and you continuously do it, and now I have an issue, that's not a battle that I'm gonna fight, because you just don't have the respect for me. So as a man, you need to pick your battles. Also, on the flip end, when it comes to crying and showing emotions, you need to pick your battles. We are in, this is my opinion, ladies, we are in a time frame where a woman is quick to exploit a man and try to make him look publicly weak, especially if he does decide to be vulnerable and open and honest. So pick your battles wisely. Look at Danny's one of them.
Y'all be seeing that? Y'all be making niggas look weak?
All right, no, that's not the truth. I don't think men not wanting to show their emotion have to do with society. I don't agree. Like, I don't think so. I think men not wanting to show their emotion have to do with men and their ego. Like,
thank you.
No, society deems
stop
them as
blaming
weak,
everything
though.
on society.
Danny, why did the man have this?
It's men trying to, I'm a man, I can cry. I'm
Why
a man,
did he have the
I can
ego,
go this.
Danny?
I'm a man,
Danny.
I can show you emotion. Come on, it's your fault.
I definitely think that when it comes to being a man, we always have, it's a double-edged sword for us. So I'm gonna say definitely pick your battles wisely when it comes to showing your emotions, because you never want, especially in today's society, for anybody to use it against you. Now, when it comes to getting over your ex that you were madly in love with or truly in love with, whatever the case may be, I would personally say, take a step back, do some self-reflecting, maybe write down some of your flaws and things that you can do to make yourself better, and then invest a decent amount of time, and whatever time is good for you, into yourself to build yourself. Because real men, I promise you, women flock to them. They don't flock to women.
Yeah, I think you should just go back to what you really loved before getting into that relationship. Like I said, sometimes you compromise, you forget about who you are. So just reinvent yourself, love yourself. On a positive tip, like if you want to go out with some friends, I'm not saying go from D to D to D to D. You want to go on a date? Why not? You don't have to give them no pussy. Like, just chill with your friends, work out, and just feel good. Feel good about yourself, whatever it is. Do something that makes you feel good every single day to elevate.
Well, I know this is going to be an unpopular opinion, but I think that you have to do what works for you. And if what works for you is going out on some dates with some people, if it's hanging out with somebody 3-4 times a week, but being honest about what your intentions are, being honest about what you want, being honest about what you don't want with that person, do what works for you. Be deliberate and be very meticulous and be disciplined about what you do when it comes to like being in a situationship or rebuilding yourself, rebuilding your brand. Don't ever feel that someone else's judgment of what you're doing should control you. If you want to be with somebody else right after the next day, do it. What they gonna do?
Listen, after, trying to find love after breakup, this is what you do. Let go of that ex. hold yourself accountable. Then after you do that, get back out there dating. Go on the dating apps, hang out with some friends, socialize. Even if it doesn't go the way you want, at least you put yourself out there. But let go, accountability, reflect, date.
All right. For me, I say, I'm gonna talk from experience. If you're going to a breakup, go to the breakup. Sorry. Okay, I'm saying if you're going to a breakup, just go to the breakup. Don't try to skip no step. I feel like a lot of us trying to skip step. Oh, I'm not hurt. If you're hurt, be hurt. If you need 3 weeks to be hurt, just be hurt. Then get yourself back up. Then, go to the gym. Then get yourself back together. Don't feel like you're not allowed to be vulnerable, like, you said. You allowed to feel how you feel. And that's okay. People be going to breakup and feel like they try to be so strong to their friends or their family members or society. No, fuck all that. This is about you right now. Focus on you. And when you're done focusing on you, when it's time to date, you're gonna date. You're gonna get tired of crying. You're gonna get tired of talking about it. Believe me. Get some friends that listen to you, be like, damn, I didn't call all my friends and they heard the same story. Once you're tired of talking about it and crying about it, you're gonna know. When you wanna go out and start dating and start having one night stand, you're gonna do all that. But the fact that you're going around act like you're not hurt, that's not gonna help the situation. Wake up hurts, and that's the part you gotta face. That's the risk you're taking with your heart when you go into a relationship. It's either forever or there's a breakup coming. So you gotta be ready for all part. And don't be ashamed or afraid. I'm in a craze, so I'm a lover. So when I'm hurt, I'm hurt. I bet to get hurt though. So I'm just saying, get yourself together, that's all.
Well, I feel like it's each person's prerogative to deal with their shit how they deal with their shit. Let go and move on the way you feel is best for you. Upgrade, improve, be hot and stay hot. Period. And that's the end of tonight's episode. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Please like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Make sure you're clicking the notifications. New episodes every Thursdays, and catch us on Thursdays at 8 p.m. for our Instagram Live. Thank you guys. See you next episode.
I need more rum.
Wait. Don't forget our Patreon. We straight independent out here. Get that Patreon.
There's nothing in your glass.